Texas and maybe you're tired of high prices, crazy commutes, or just looking to find more space and better weather, well, you're definitely not alone. But there's a lot of cities in Texas, so the real question is which one actually fits your lifestyle? Like, is it Austin? Sometimes it can be crowded and overpriced. Dallas, super fast paced and expensive, and you better love sitting in traffic. Houston, honestly, it's just hot and humid. But there's a place that most people don't really think about right away, and it probably should be at the top of your list, and that's Lubbock, Texas. And I'm Nate Tauferner with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate here in Lubbock. And on this video, we're going to break down what it's like to actually live here in Lubbock in 2025. And not just the highlights, we're going to, still get into housing, commute times, jobs, schools, culture, and just see where Lubbock stacks up against cities like Dallas, Houston, and Austin. So let's jump into it. So first thing, let's talk about affordability and value. So that's what typically brings a lot of people to Texas in the first place is affordability. And here in Lubbock, your dollar goes way further. The average home price is in about 235 range. And I'm not talking about, a condo or a townhouse without a yard. We're talking about 3 to 4 bedrooms, a backyard, and plenty of space in a really nice neighborhood. Everything else, like groceries, gas, utilities, is cheaper too. And Texas doesn't have a state income tax, so what you make is what you keep. If you're earning a solid income, especially if you're remote, this is one of the few places left in Texas where you can actually live without, stretching every paycheck. Now let's talk about commute times and ease of living. So if you're coming from a big city, this will blow your mind. Commute times here are about 15 minutes total. And there's no beltway, gridlock, no hour-long, slogs, and just to get 10 miles. Our Loop 289, makes getting around Lubbock super easy. And if you're coming from anywhere that uses traffic apps daily, you can go ahead and delete them, to be honest. You can drop the kids off, hit the grocery store, get coffee, and still make your 9 a.m. Zoom call. So the ease of living here, it's pretty underrated. And Lubbock doesn't feel like a big city, even though it checks a lot of those boxes. It's got more of a community vibe first. People say hi, they remember your names, and stuff like, the First Friday Art Trail brings the whole city together with, live music, artists, food trucks, and it's a good time. Like I said before, we also have the Buddy Holly Hall, which pulls Broadway shows, concerts, speakers that you'd expect in Dallas or Houston. You can throw in the local wineries, great restaurants, and solid live music scene. And you've got a city that it stays active, but without feeling chaotic. So next, let's talk about jobs. Lubbock's economy, growing. And it's not just in one sector. Leprino Foods just built a $1 billion dairy facility, and that's the biggest private investment Lubbock's ever had. XFAB, a semiconductor plant or company, is expanding. Texas Tech University keeps growing, especially in healthcare and research, and our medical district is huge. We're talking world-class hospitals like Covenant and UMC. If you're in healthcare, education, ag, or light manufacturing, or you work remote, you're basically set here. And if you're looking to start a business, well, overhead is low and the community is very supportive of local businesses. So what if you've got kids or plan to? Well, Lubbock makes family life pretty easy. We've got 3 solid public school districts: Friendship, Cooper, and Lubbock ISD. Friendship and Cooper are growing fast, and they're known for their academics and support programs. But if you prefer private, you got All Saints, Trinity, um, Lubbock Christian, and they all offer smaller class sizes, faith-based learning, and college prep programs at a way lower tuition than you'd pay in Dallas or Austin. And of course, there's Texas Tech. It brings energy, events, and a sense of pride to the city. And if you're raising a family or even just want a neighborhood where people care about, where they live, Lubbock delivers that. All right, what about weather? Let's keep it real. It's a mix. We get 260 days of sun a year, and winters are mild. Spring and fall, beautiful, but it gets windy, especially through the spring. Dust storms, yeah, they happen. You kind of learn to live with it, to be honest. The upside, no hurricanes, no flooding, no crazy winter storms shutting things down for a week. And if you can handle, a little breeze, the trade-off is pretty nice. So how does Lubbock compare to Austin and Dallas? Well, Austin and Dallas definitely get a lot of attention, right? Austin is fun, but expensive. $500,000 for a starter home, nonstop traffic, and everything's booked or crowded. It's great for tech and nightlife, but not easy to settle unless you're pulling in a lot of money. Dallas has a job variety, pro sports and shopping, but again, it's busy, pricing, and you got to spread it out. You'll spend more time driving than actually living. Lubbock, lower cost of living, by a mile, easier to get around, room to breathe, great healthcare, growing job sectors, and strong schools. So basically, if you're after living affordably and grounded in Texas with less pressure, Lubbock is worth a serious look. And Lubbock's not trying to be Austin, it's not trying to be Dallas, it's really just a good place to live. And it's doing pretty, great at that. If you're thinking about relocating to Texas, I'd love to help you out. Figure out if Lubbock's a good fit. It could be Austin, it could be Dallas that's a better fit. So feel free to drop a comment below, shoot me a message, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to talk more about, even just Texas lifestyle in general. I'm Nate Tauferner with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.